guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, like you can tell from my bare face, is gonna be a chatty get ready with me. I have a lot of interesting topics to talk about today. I actually have like a notes like a note going basically in my notes app, like in Google Keep, where I've been writing down all the topics that have been coming to my mind, which I want to sit and talk to you about. So we have quite a few things to talk about. Let's jump right into it. And I will obviously be doing my makeup, like I said, while I am talking, but I'll focus more on the topics and not try to go on any tangents. And I will try and remember to mention all the products that I featured in today's, like whatever I'm putting on my face. I will just leave the names of the products in the description box in case you are interested in knowing what I'm putting on my face. But yes, let's jump into it and let's talk about all the interesting things that we have to share with you. And I just want to let you know that today you're gonna have a little bit of a homework, because as you watch this video I want you to leave comments, because I'll have like questions basically for every single topic that I speak about, which I want to know your inputs on. So please make sure to be ready. Leave your notes, leave your comments down below, and I want to hear back from you, basically is what I am referring to. So yes, let's jump into the first topic, which is actually very, very fitting for this video, because like I'm doing my makeup right now, and it's a makeup related question as well. So I want to know from you guys, what is your makeup style? I think a big part of makeup style also relates to how often you wear makeup. So if you are someone who doesn't wear your makeup as often, just mention that as well. But if you are someone who wears makeup fairly often, then let me know what your makeup style is. I really want to know. Are you someone who has like a go-to routine, like you do foundation, concealer, blush, eyebrows, like whatever, like you have a routine set down and you just stick to that every single time you do your makeup? Is you follow more or less the same things that, like you do the same steps every single time, and you have a standard go-to makeup look that you basically follow, and then maybe you can switch out the liner or the lipstick or the eyeshadow every time, of course depending on the outfit, etc. But apart from that, you have a standard go-to look. Or you are someone who loves to play with makeup and you follow the trends that have been like going around. There is the latte girl, I think there was, then there was the strawberry girl, then there was the something related to ice also, I believe. Like there are a lot of trends going on in general. And even apart from that, if you don't follow all the trends, I think still there are many people who tend to like switch up their makeup and do something different at least, and switch out the makeup products too often, basically. I wouldn't say too often, but like decently often. Now the reason this came to my mind is because I watched a video by Alithia Murray. She's called The Simple Chic Life. I follow her, I love her, I've been following her for a long time. So her channel was primarily like perfume reviews earlier, but now of course she talks a lot about organizing, lifestyle, etc. related things, and I do enjoy that content quite a bit as well, which is why I've been following her. And I don't remember which video this was in which I heard this from her. I'm pretty sure, like I'm 90% sure that I heard this from her. And she was talking about how people who are like super successful, they don't spend a lot of their time dressing up, doing their makeup, etc. Like these are just routine functions. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I spilled a lot of powder on this top that I'm wearing today for the first time, in fact. So it's like basically new, and I spilled a lot of powder, and so I'm just trying to dust that off while I talk to you. But yeah, a lot of successful people don't spend a ton of time in the morning dressing up, doing their makeup, etc. Because usually if you are putting a lot of thought into it, you automatically spend a lot of time thinking about it, and it's like a major part of your day. is thinking about it, figuring it out, etc. And while for a lot of people, like if it's a content creator or if it's a model or someone who their fashion and their makeup, etc., play a big part of their job, then it does make sense to put a lot of thought into it. And then I think it's worthwhile for them to spend that much of time, energy, and like brain cells basically to think about it. But if you are someone who just has a regular 9 to 5 job, your appearance, your makeup, your clothes doesn't really play a big role in your job and your skill set, and like it doesn't really matter basically, is what I'm trying to say, then would it even make sense for you to spend your time and energy in doing those things? So it's a very interesting thought and a concept that came to my mind. And while I don't think that my primary job, like now I'm just talking from my own perspective, I don't think that my primary job and what I do for a living and what I make majority of my income out of has anything to do with my appearance. Like even if I did not wear makeup every single day, it wouldn't matter. Most people who work with me don't wear makeup. There are a few who do, but mostly like 90% of people in my office, they don't wear makeup. And I'm obviously talking only about the girls. None of the guys obviously wear makeup. So yeah, that's a different conversation. But I don't need to wear makeup as a part of my job. Of course I do need to look presentable, but we don't really have a dress code per se. Like we don't have to wear formal, we do wear casual wear most of the time in fact. And that's just the culture in the company. That's just how it goes, is that appearance is not a big part of our job. It's more so the way we speak, our skill set, our language, our communication. That's what kind of defines us and how good we are at our job. So yeah, that's one thing. And for me, I think it's still important to look presentable. I think that just for me personally as an individual, I like to dress up and go to work and do my makeup, etc., because that's me as an individual and I would do it regardless of where I worked. And also I think that because I do enjoy wearing makeup, it's a big part of me as an individual. But do I need to experiment with my looks a ton? And I mean, you guys know, if you've been following me for even a few months or even a few years for that matter, is that my makeup looks have remained pretty consistent, more or less. Like some things have changed, like I have started doing my eyebrows since the past few years, but apart from that, my eyeshadow looks always remain super neutral. I do blush for the most part. I always do blush, but I used to wear highlighter more often. Now I don't wear it as much. In fact, I don't think I wear it at all. But I've started contouring or like bronzing on a regular basis, or at least sculpting my face in some way, shape or form. And then of course lipstick is a non-negotiable. It's an essential for me personally, and that is something that I also tend to do. But yeah, I would say for the most part, like 90% of the time, my looks remain pretty much the same, and I like to keep it that way. I don't tend to switch out my products too much. I try to stick to the same products, and that way I can also get significant amount of views on them. You guys know I've been project panning as well, and I was thinking, how would I want to like what would I describe my makeup style as, and how would I want to keep it going forward. And I think I will fall in the first category of people who have the signature makeup style. And even though I would want to occasionally experiment a little bit, but not too much, and yeah, just keep it very like standard go to. Like in the morning, if I wake up and like I'm a little sleepy and I've not completely woken up, I can still do a full face of makeup, show up at work, and like we'll be perfectly fine. Like I don't have to sit in the morning and spend a lot of time thinking कि अच्छा मैं ये आउटफिट पहन रही हूँ, ये आउटफिट के साथ ये मेकअप जाएगा, ये ब्लश जाएगा, ये लिपस्टिक जाएगा एक्सेट्रा. इट शुड जस्ट बी वन ऑफ दोज थिंग्स कि हाँ नींद में से उठी, निकाला, बस पहन लिया, एंड वट एवर मेकअप आई डू रिगार्डलेस वुड गो विद द आउटफिट, वुड गो with my look, and I still look put together. Like no one knows कि हाँ मैं नींद में से उठ के रेडी हुई हूँ, because I will still look put together and dressed up and fabulous. So yeah, I think I spent too much time just talking about this one thing. मतलब I was noticing कि मेरा आधे से ज़्यादा मेकअप हो गया है इनफैक्ट, एंड इट्स लाइक 10 minutes into the video और हमने सिर्फ एक ही टॉपिक कवर किया है. Wow, so I spent way more time on this than I had intended to basically, but yes, do let me know what your thoughts are on this topic down below. But let's move on to the next thing, because we have like 4 things at least to talk about, so 3 more basically. So topic number 2 is kind of a habit of mine, which I've always been this way, but मैंने recently वो चीज़ notice की है और ज़्यादा कि मैं हूँ ऐसी, and I don't have a problem with it necessarily, but I'm trying to not let it have any bad effects on me, essentially is what I would like to say. So I'm talking about my habit where I tend to like अगर कोई चीज़ मेरा एकदम फेवरेट है ना, मतलब कोई भी चीज़, ठीक है, it can be food, it can be which platform I like to consume my content on, it can be a certain beauty product, I will use it so much कि फिर मैं वो चीज़ से ना पूरी की पूरी कंटाल जाती हूँ. So to give you an example, बचपन में I was obsessed with hide and seek. And when I say bachpan, I mean like 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, like that age, okay? I was obsessed with hide and seek. I would eat it all the time, and I think most people know what hide and seek is, तो मुझे बोलने की ज़रूरत नहीं, but it's a chocolate chip biscuit. So I was obsessed with it बचपन में for a few years constantly, and then I suddenly, I don't know what happened, after a few years I was just repulsed by it, because मैं इतना खा चुकी थी हाइड एंड सीक कि फिर मैं उससे कंटाल गई थी completely. And then I think recently I've kind of gotten back into it a little bit, where I'll buy myself a pack of hide and seek, eat 1 packet, eat 2 packets, and then take a break for a few months. I don't want to eat my favorite snacks too much and like overindulge on that specific snack to the point where then the same thing will happen again कि मैं उससे पूरी की पूरी कंटाल जाती हूँ. And this specific thing happens with everything. So even junk food for that matter, I love junk food. If you know me personally, you know I'm a big junk food eater, but of course it's got health implications, it's got like weight gain related implications, it's got a lot of implications. But apart from that, I've also noticed that if I eat junk food or like outside food for too many days in a row, I suddenly become very repulsed by it, and then I either feel like I don't want to eat at all, or I am just like अब मुझे बस घर का सिंपल रोटी सब्जी दाल चावल चाहिए, like that's all I want, because बहुत ज़्यादा जंक फूड हो गया है. So that is how it has. I've also noticed this pattern in other areas of my life. It also happens with my content consumption. So I am a big consumer of YouTube videos, of course, like beauty videos, which I watch all the time. I have so many favorite YouTubers, and I think I spend like at least 50% of my day, which is a big portion, I know. I shouldn't say 50% of my day, I should say 50% of my like the hours of your day when you're awake basically is what I spend watching content, be it YouTube or be it like shows or movies, for example, like on Netflix. I'm only subscribed to Netflix, I'm not subscribed to any other platforms. So yeah, it tends to happen that I watch YouTube videos consistently for like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, for example, and then I reach a point कि I'm like बस हो गया यार, बहुत ज़्यादा YouTube videos देख लिया है, and then I stop YouTube and then I start Netflix. So फिर मैं Netflix consistently देखूँगी for like a week, 2 weeks, try to finish a couple of series or finish a lot of movies, and then I'm like ठीक है अभी ये बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया है, let's switch back to YouTube again. So that tends to happen with me. मेरा ऐसा नहीं होता है कि हाँ एक यूट्यूब वीडियो देखा फिर आज एक मूवी देखती हूँ फिर आज ये वो, like I don't switch between them very often. I kind of go to extremes and then I'm like अच्छा अब ये बस बहुत हो गया, अभी दूसरा वाला स्विच करते हैं. फिर उसमें भी I'm religiously watching it for a long time, and then I'm like, अच्छा बस अब ये बहुत हो गया. So that is how I am, and let me know down below if you are also like this or not, and hopefully there is someone out there who's also like me, that I'll just feel weird कि मैं ऐसी नमूनी पैदा हो गई हूँ कि इतनी अजीब हूँ. And this also happens actually in terms of beauty products. I think I don't talk about it as much in my skincare content, but I can also be this way with perfumes. A lot of times I feel like if I wear one perfume for multiple days in a row, then I also turn anosmic to it, which is one thing, but I think that happens to a lot of other people, जो मैंने सुना है. But not just getting anosmic to it, but also getting a little bored of wearing the same thing over and over and over again. So if I wear a certain perfume for more than like, I want to say 4 or 5 days in a row, then it's like अब तो बस ही हो गया है, अब मेरे को ब्रेक लेना है इससे, and then I'll switch to another perfume. And thankfully, because I have multiple perfumes in my collection, I can definitely switch between all of them, rotate them. Like every day I'll wear a different scent, or even if I wear a specific scent for 2 or 3 days in a row, उसके बाद I'm like नहीं, अब मैं इसको साइड में रख देती हूँ ताकि मैं उससे बोर ना हो जाऊँ. Like I don't want to get so bored by something that then I'm like मुझे ये अब यूज़ ही नहीं करना है, इसको बस declutter करना है मुझे. I don't want to do that. So it happens with perfumes, and it can also sometimes happen with like my favorite serums, moisturizers, sunscreens, etc. So that's the reason why you will notice that in my favorites videos also I have like multiple favorites, because those are all my favorites. I might like one more than the other, but I try to rotate. Like अगर एक ट्यूब ख़त्म हो गया एक सनस्क्रीन का, तो I might not open a new one of the same sunscreen. I might switch to another sunscreen, फिर वो use करती हूँ, then I switch to the third, then the fourth, then the fifth, then I come back to number 1 again, then 2, 3, 4, 5, ऐसा रोटेशन में चलता है usually, ताकि मैं किसी एक से बहुत ज़्यादा बोर ना हो जाऊँ. Basically is what my point is. So yeah, it could be like a weird habit that I have. I don't know, but again, like I said in the first question also, let me know down below if you are like this as well, or am I just the weird one? I don't know. So yeah, that was kind of my second point. मैंने mostly मेरा पूरा makeup कर दिया है. I just need to do liner and lipstick, which I will be doing off camera because I want to perfect it and make it really nice, not mess it up. And that's also because I'm going to film more videos today, so I don't want to mess up my makeup. I will quickly do that, and then I'll come right back up and continue to talk about the next 2 points that I have for this Chatty Get Ready With Me. Okay, I'm back with my liner and lipstick done, and I am loving the way the lipstick is tying in with the top and the color. Basically I mixed 2 shades and I was really nervous. मैंने पहले एक लगाया and then I'm like नहीं यार ये नहीं जा रहा है, and then I already knew कि मेरे को दूसरी वाली shade mix करनी है, and when I mixed it I love it now. Let me know how it looks, and what are your thoughts. But yes, I will leave the names of both the lipsticks, the brand name, the shade name, everything down below in the comment section, in the description box, in case you want to check it out. But yes, I'm loving the way my makeup's turned out, and I'm really looking forward to filming all these videos today. But let's quickly talk about the other 2 topics which I want to also speak about today, and then we can end this video. But the next one is a little bit of a, कैसे बोलूँ, it's a little bit of a more serious topic. Like इसके पहले के जितने भी थे वो दोनों थोड़े ज़्यादा casual थे, थोड़े fun थे. This is a little bit more of a serious one, and I've mentioned this countless times in different videos and different content on Instagram or YouTube, that 2024 is really the year where I want to save money. It is my biggest like mission for this year, is to curb my spending, not spend frivolously, and save as much money as possible, because the older you grow, the more you realize the importance of it, and how, I mean, we all love to buy nice things and just spend our money on materialistic things, but that is not what actually gives you happiness in life. And money is not like an unlimited resource. मतलब मैं हूँ नहीं अंबानी की औलाद. So for that reason, it's kind of my biggest mission this year. And the more I think about it and the more I'm trying to find ways and means and create a plan, etc. And there are a lot of videos I'm going to like do all about it, so you will kind of understand कि मैं क्या क्या सोच रही हूँ और कितनी सारी planning कर रही हूँ. So those videos will either go up before this, after this, I'm not really sure, because ये वाला video भी pre-film कर रही हूँ मैं. So because of that, it's also gotten me like a little bit anxious related to my spending, which is kind of like it's a small negative side effect. मुझे लगता है कि if I'm getting this worked up about it, that means I'm also very very serious about it, and the likelihood of me failing in this is much lesser. But I don't want to compromise my mental health on it either. I want to, like, that's of course like a perfect world scenario, वो नहीं हो रहा है फिलहाल, but I definitely am getting a little bit anxious about it overall, which I wanted to kind of speak about. And yeah, sometimes when you make certain purchases and you're like, I have to buy this because I need it, etc, etc, या जो भी है, and you're not able to save money as much as you possibly want. Like, of course, I think I'm doing very well. Even just right now when I'm filming this in January, so again, I don't know when you'll be watching it, but this month मेरा जो credit card का bill आया, I'm giving you very, like, of course I won't drop numbers, but I'm telling you like literally मेरे पर्सनल लाइफ के बारे में बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो मैं नॉर्मली ऐसे नहीं बताऊंगी स्ट्रेंजर्स को, ऑब्वियसली, बट यू गाइज आर नॉट स्ट्रेंजर्स, यू आर पार्ट ऑफ माई यूट्यूब फैम, यू बीन फॉलोइंग मी फॉर सो मेनी ईयर्स, सो आई डोंट फील really like stranger वाला vibe, but yeah, sharing this on the internet is very it's like expose कर रही हूँ मैं खुद को. So this month my credit card bill, when I compared it as compared to last month, so like December and January का जो total amount है मेरा credit card bill का, the difference is so vast, you guys. जितना मैंने December में spend किया उसका 1/3 भी नहीं spend किया है मैंने in this month, and that is a very big accomplishment for me. At the same time, like, I feel this, and I don't know if other people feel it as well or not, at this stage of life where मैं लाखों की सैलरी नहीं कमा रही हूँ, I do feel like I wish I was making more money, because then I would be able to save more. And I know it's one of those things that even someday in the future, I hope, God willing, when my salary is in lakhs, I think उस time पे भी मुझे लगेगा कि अरे यार ये भी कम है. But I just wanted to share this, because if anyone else out there is feeling like they are not able to save, or if your income is not as much and तुम्हारा पूरा income तुम्हारी needs और necessities में ख़त्म हो जाता है, don't feel like you are the only one. There are definitely a lot of other people. I think everyone feels that way no matter how much their income is. But it's just something I wanted to talk about, because I think this is one of those topics people don't talk about as often. So yeah, it's something that I am struggling with a little bit. Is I'm not struggling financially, I'm struggling with the thoughts of it and how to tell myself that you're doing good. So yeah, when I saw my credit card bill this month, I'm like, yes, मतलब वो फिगर देख के मुझे इतनी खुशी हुई, because it's like 1/3 of what I spent in December, or rather I had not 1/3 of what I spent in December, but 1/3 of what I paid in December. And then if I compare it to what I'm going to have to pay this month, I'm like, wow, that is a very very proud feeling to see this much smaller figure. But yeah, it's again something I wanted to talk about, because a lot of people don't talk about it. But let's quickly move on to our last point, and this one is something which I got to know recently through like a sponsored ad. I was seeing these sponsored ads for Myntra Home, which then I clicked on it and I saw what it is. So now Myntra not just has fashion and beauty, but they also have a lot of home related items. They have an entire page and it's got so much stuff. It's got home decor, it's got like your regular like towels, bed sheets, like really basic home things as well. And I was quite surprised to see that now Myntra literally has so many products like all over. and the thought came into my head ki is Myntra becoming the new Amazon, because they now cater to so many categories. I'm pretty sure they started with fashion, but then they moved to beauty and perfume and now home as well. So let me know what your thoughts are, and are you someone who prefers to shop more on Amazon versus on Myntra? When it comes to fashion, when it comes to beauty, I really want to know, because I am more comfortable to shop on Myntra as compared to Amazon, because Amazon का model ऐसा है कि you don't know whether it's an authentic seller or not, and you kind of have to make sure you're buying only from the vetted sellers, and not just from a random seller. Whereas from Myntra, I think they house everything in-house, and everything is like basically quality checked by them, similar to Nykaa, similar to Tira Beauty, etc. So I tend to trust Myntra a little bit more, and I've also found that the quality of stuff that I bought is better on Myntra. Not everything is good, but they do have a pretty good return policy as well. With with Amazon, a lot of things you cannot return, especially I think in terms of the beauty products and everything, you can't return. So yeah, I am looking forward to buy a lot of like home things, like especially bed sheets from Myntra. So yes, that's something I am looking forward to. And if I do end up trying, do let me know if you want to know my thoughts and my reviews, even though I'm not a lifestyle channel, even though I'm not going to talk about like home tour, room tour, DIY, home decor, etc. Those are not things I'll talk about, but I do like to share with you my purchases, what I spend my money on, do I think it's worth it or not, etc. kind of thing. So I do like to do that, and if you are interested in that, then I will make sure to give you updates on those things. But yes, if you did not know about this, I'm letting you know Myntra now has a home section, and even though I didn't think about it earlier, but now that I'm thinking about it, I hope that the Myntra home part did not sound sponsored. It's definitely not sponsored. I don't think Myntra knows who I am. So yeah, that's that. But that is it for the video. Those are all the topics that I kind of wanted to talk about, and I hope that you found it helpful. So yes, that is it for the video. I hope that you enjoyed. Leave all your comments, like answers to all the questions that I asked you down below, and if there is anything else that you would like to chat with me about, or if you have any topics that you would want me to cover in my next Chatty Get Ready With Me, do let me know that down below as well. But that's going to be it for the video. We've been chatting here for a while, and I have to go and film a lot more videos as well, so I'm gonna go now. But thank you so much for watching this video, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.